Tonight we had chicken fried steak with white gravy, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Starting off with my steaks, I have some cube steaks that I'm just going to lay out on a baking sheet in a single layer, and then I'm going to season them on both sides with everything you see on the screen. Then for my dry ingredients, I'm going to combine flour and cornstarch and then season those with the same seasonings from earlier. Then I'm just going to mix that in really well. For my wet ingredients, I'm going to combine eggs and buttermilk and then lightly season them with those same seasonings from earlier, just so everything is seasoned throughout. And I'm going to go ahead and dip my steaks in the flour, then into the eggs, and then back into the flour, making sure to press that in really well and then set those aside. For my veggies, I'm going to get an onion, some garlic, and some cans of green beans. Then I'm just going to go ahead and slice and dice my onion really fine. Then I'm going to smash my garlic, and then I'm just going to mince that up really good. Then I went ahead and opened up my cans of green beans, and then I put those into a pot, and then I just added in some water, and then I added in those onions and garlic, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put the lid on that and set it aside. And I'm going to fill up another pot with some water, and then I'm going to get my potatoes, wash those off, and I just went ahead and peeled those, and then I gave those a nice rough chop. Then I just went ahead and filled up my pot with all of my potatoes, and then I put the lid on it and set it on the stove to start boiling. Then I went ahead and seasoned my green beans and added in some bacon grease, stirred those around, and then I let my potatoes boil, and then after a few minutes I stirred my green beans again, turned those off, and then by this time my potatoes were nice and soft, so I checked them, and then I went ahead and drained those, added them back into the pot, started mashing them up, added in some butter, mixed them around, then I added in some warm heavy cream, mixed that in slowly just until it was the consistency that I like. Then I went ahead and added a few diced onion and a little bit of that garlic, and then I seasoned it with what you see on the screen. Then I just went ahead and mixed that up really well, and then I just set that aside. Then I started on my country gravy, so I melted down some bacon grease, added in some flour, cooked that for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I added in some whole milk, mixed that in really well, seasoned it with what you see on the screen, mixed that up, and then once it got thick, I set that aside. Then I just went ahead and fried up my steaks on about 375 until they were golden brown and crispy. Then I plated it up, and there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you try it, let me know.